凯撒旅游，西欧5国5日游253欧，南欧4国6日游328欧，北欧5国6日游345欧。体验之美尽在凯撒。
位于芝勒迪特广场的芝柏表手工工厂已有50年历史，这里也是瑞士少数几家能设计生产机械手表机芯的地方。在芝柏表博物馆馆长威利·施维策先生的带领下，我们一行人换上白大褂，穿过重重走廊，进入了努马多尔兹街的芝柏表厂房。芝柏表的表壳和机芯作为手表最关键的2大基件，分别在这里的上百个工位上分散流转着。最初的切割炮制都是由计算机控制的现代化车床完成，之后不同的机械组成部分，各类机件如表盘和指针、表底等，会在不同的环节上一一被组装入小小的表壳中。手表生产的灵魂机件机芯是我们关注的焦点。在囊括所有制表环节于一体的综合制造模式下，芝柏表厂已能够生产种类完整的顶级机芯和享有盛誉的机械腕表系列。除了借助计算机控制生产的表壳与机芯的某些机件外，其他的诸多工序全部都由制表师们仔细兼灵巧的双手来完成了。
Mit der groben, also der braunen, dann die rote, dann die gelbe und schlussendlich die blaue. Also 4-mal. Mit einem harten Holz, das ist hier Buchenholz. Und nachdem nimmt man einen weichen Holz, das heißt, ja, die haben ein kleines Rost.
这里的操作台大都高底下磕。制表师们坐在各类仪器之中，指尖上的小小器件如一件珍宝，千雕万琢。机芯的组装顺序有严格规定，每位制表师会负责某些固定的组装环节。这些宛若微雕艺术的工作，也只能靠着不断的重复一个步骤，才能让效率最大化。这里看不到阿多诺所说的文化工业的影子。每只手表都经过无数手指的摩挲，带着余温的光滑拒绝了机器的批量复制，因而已成艺术品。 这位制表师昂首而坐，如一位钢琴师演奏正酣，手底下却一刀刀在金表盘上刻出花纹来。在我们接近尾声的参观中，来到了这间专门制造复杂机件的工作室。这里专门负责生产芝柏表的顶级产品，著名的3金桥陀飞轮便产自这里。这里生产的打黄表令人印象深刻。打黄报时装置属于最传统也最诗意的机件之一，也就是我们俗称的3问表。芝柏表的2号歌剧院手表具备了3金桥陀飞轮、7米4每分钟打黄报时器及万年历装置，算是名表里的珍品了。我们一行人还来到了离芝柏表厂不远的芝柏表博物馆，在手工制表的老机器与图片中回顾200多年的芝柏表历史。几个世纪以来，人们由早期的人力式或蒸汽水力式方式带动机器，到今天以电动方式取代。芝柏表厂为了对这段漫长的机械传承历史做见证，将他们曾使用过的所有旧式机器保存了下来。参观之后，我们见到了芝柏表母公司索风集团控股公司主席Stefano Macaluso 先生，并对他做了一次访谈。在关于芝柏表的历史与现实发展的交流中，结束了这次难忘的瑞士之行。
Prego is one of the oldest Swiss watchmaker ever. The roots of the company come from the 18th century, 1791, and so we are the 220th anniversary this year for 2011. During this history, the main concept of which relied all the ages of the history is the manufacture in French concept. So means an integration of the different skills that are needed to build a watch. Of course, the most important is the movement. For many years we created our movements. We designed, we developed, and then we physically we build up the mechanism. But that of course is not the only one, because a watch, as we are used to say, is a piece of art in all its components. Movement is the basic thing, but of course the case design is very important. The dial, the way to display the hours is also very important. For instance, we produce movements, but we have also very artistic production of enamel dials, which is also beautiful. Just to give you an example of what we do. The company is very old, more than 200 centuries. We had different stages. We always developed a new kind of movements and mechanisms. We have more than 80 patents in our history, and it's even this generation is going ahead into this direction. So for us, the strong legacy, of course, is the innovation. We introduced many innovations in our history, and we are proud to produce our own mechanism.
Gut. Wir haben gehört, auch viele namenhaften Hersteller, Uhrenhersteller, die machen ihr Uhrwerk nicht selbst, sondern kaufen woanders her. Machen Sie das auch? Kaufen Sie auch woanders oder produzieren Sie selbst?
We heard or we know that a lot of watchmaker are not manufacture the movement in-house, but they buy it, like ETA, for example.
Yeah.
How is Girard-Perregaux doing his movements?
But this is the main point about the company. So we are very proud to be one of the real integrated manufacturer, which is a brand, and in the meantime also a real movement producer. So, and we only not produce, we also design our movements. We have a research and development department which every year shows new innovations and provide new technologies for our watches, for our mechanical watches. So absolutely yes, this is the main point about this company. We are a real movement producer.
Was das Haupt-Added Value von Girard-Perregaux ist, dass alle Werke in-house produziert werden. Von der Entwicklung übers Design bis hin, dass die Uhr am Handgelenk ist. Also es wird alles, die Werke in-house produziert. Es wird nichts dazu gekauft.
Ja. Und arbeiten Sie auch für andere Uhren? Das heißt, gibt es auch andere namenhaften Hersteller, Uhrwerke von Ihnen beziehen?
Do you produce movements for other brands in watchmaking business?
Yes, we because the production capacity for us is quite limited. Of course, because it's difficult to train watchmakers and we need to keep a very high quality. We need to focus on our own brands, Girard-Perregaux and Jean Richard. But we have also some friends which are provided by us in a smaller quantity, of course. But we work for some brands involved in jewelry. We work with some very niche, high quality watchmaker, and we work also for more famous brands in the classic watchmaking.
Also produziert einen kleinen Teil auch für namhafte Uhren- und Schmuckfirmen, die sie mit Werken beliefern, einfach um den Standard hochzuhalten der Uhrmacher.
Momentan ist in der Uhrenbranche die Tourbillon ein interessantes Thema. Viele Leute kaufen Tourbillon-Uhren. Und bei Ihnen haben Sie eine Tourbillon mit 3 Brücken. Warum machen Sie diese 3 Tourbillon mit 3 Brücken? Was ist gut dabei?
Sorry. most of the people really like the tourbillon watches, and the whole watch industry are developing tourbillons in different kind of functionality. And you developed the 3 gold bridges tourbillon. And can you explain a little bit why it has to be 3 gold bridges and what's the story behind?
So, traditionally, in a watch movement, you have at least 3 bridges. This is classic. But what was a choice of a key person in the history of the company was to create a very specific design of it, with those 3 parallel bridges displayed on the 3 rounds that are the main moving parts. One of that is the tourbillon, where does the tourbillon cage. It was an idea of Constant Girard. I guess his idea was to create an iconic design, in order to say, okay, this is not another brand, this specific design is very easy to recognize. We know it's like the Rolls-Royce front, okay? Everybody can recognize it only when they see the design, and he created this very specific design. Second is also, if I think about all the history we had, the watch has been awarded with many gold medals in international exhibitions. So it's made really the history of watchmaking, not only about the company. And I guess today is one of the oldest movement design you have in the market. So we produce today a watch which has been designed is 150 years ago. Okay, so it's a very long history, always with the same design, and people feel more comfortable with this kind of tradition. And third, the tourbillon itself is very important because it's one of the best tourbillon cage you find in the market. It's made of many different components. Think just to make it simple, the simple version is made of 72 different parts, and the total weight of the cage is 0.3. So it's extremely complex. It's you need at least minimum 3 months to make a cage, and it's first is we make the components, then we assemble it, we make the balance, we dismantle it, we make the decoration, and then we assemble again. It's one of the most accurate production of tourbillon in the world.
Eine Uhr, wenn man so lange Zeit eine Uhr zu produzieren, dann wie viele Uhrmacher haben Sie und dann wie viele Uhren können Sie im Jahr dann produzieren?
If you need 3 months to manufacture, for example, the 3 gold bridges tourbillon, how many watches you produce per year, and how many watchmakers do you have in-house?
So we have 2 levels, if you like. Because already the minimum level is very high, but when we talk about tourbillons, it's the highest in watchmaking. So when I think tourbillon department is separate by the other production. We have something like 27 people involved in the tourbillon production. And then we produce not so many. Of course, the different people that in the meantime they produce different movements. So it takes 3 months, but we make more than one in the meantime. We produce something like around 150 tourbillons a year, which is quite small production compared with our competitors. And then if we think about the manufacturer globally speaking, we have something like 200 people working, and we produce around 15,000 movements every year for ourselves and for the brands we supply.
Also 15.000 Werke produzieren sie im Jahr mit 200 Angestellten, wobei in der Zahl schon die Werke mit beinhaltet sind, die sie auch für andere Marken produzieren.
Und dann, wie wird diese Uhren verkauft? Wenn wir sagen mal 115.000 Stück, wie viel verkaufen Sie in Europa, wie viel verkaufen Sie in Asien, in den USA? Können Sie mal sagen?
If you produce the watches here, yes, and you distribute the watches, if, yeah, you can tell us some figures, for example, how many pieces you sell to Europe and how many pieces compared, for example, to China?
Today I would say that Asia, it's around 40% of the turnover. And then the split, it's quite second are the USA. Then of course we consider Europe split in different, not as a unique area, but split in different countries. So and then of course we have also distribution in Middle East. But I would say today Greater China is number one. Then we have the USA. And then markets like Germany, Switzerland, Italy, France.
Also 40% seines Umsatzes geht nach Asien. Und danach kommen die USA.
Sie feiern in diesem Jahr Ihr 220. Jubiläum. Haben Sie in diesem Jahr etwas besondere Veranstaltungen, vielleicht Ausstellungen, um Jubiläum zu feiern?
Yes, for us it's a very important celebration. So, but at this moment, this interview is taking place in our museum, but it's empty. Why is empty? Because we are preparing this exhibition. It will be a well-organized roadshow. Of course, I guess the main event will take place in Shanghai in October, and it will be the good opportunity for us to show directly to local collectors what we have been able to do during more 2 centuries of history.
Ich habe eine Privatfrage. Ich denke, viele unserer Zuschauer würden sich auch interessieren. Sie als CEO von Girard-Perregaux, was für eine Uhr tragen Sie denn?
We would like to know, or also our customers would like to know, which kind of Girard-Perregaux you wear, or which watches you like, not only Girard-Perregaux.
So, 2 questions. So, first question, I like to wear many different kind of models from Girard-Perregaux. It depends on the situation. Because I'm traveling all the time, the watch I prefer to wear is our world timer, the WWTC. But I love 1966, which is the most classic. I love vintage 1945. I love also sport watches we produce. Other brands, interesting question. I'm really respectful about A. Lange & Söhne. It's a brand I really like. Maybe one day I will buy one of those watches. And of course, globally speaking, I like most of the Swiss traditional brands, which are really good.
Okay, vielen Dank für das Interview und auch der Besuch heute bei Ihnen war sehr, sehr interessant.
Thank you very much for being here and visit the manufacture of Girard-Perregaux. It was really a pleasure for us to see all those secrets.
And thank you for spending some time together with us.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Wir sehen uns vielleicht in Shanghai.
Thank you very much. Thank you.